Hey guys, this is Miss Trammell. I am the early childhood education teacher at Southeast High School. I've put together this little video to let our digital learners know a little bit about the class, also a little bit about me. On this screen, this is my Google Slides. You can access this. It just tells you a little bit about myself and things that I like, but it also has a contact information. So if you ever have any questions about any of the schoolwork that we're doing throughout the week, you're more than welcome to log on and email me at brandy.trammell@wcsga.net. I wanted to show you a couple of things on this page as well. First of all, the very first section that you can click on is called FCCLA. And basically what this is it's a club that's co-curricular to early childhood education classes. This club is both state and national, and it allows for students to have involvement in community and leadership. Normally, we do have the opportunity to travel. However, this year might be a little bit different due to travel regulations. But if you decide that you would like to choose FCCLA as your club for this class, you will have the opportunity to participate in numerous competitions, and you will also have an opportunity to earn an FCCLA Honor Stole. The membership dues for FCCLA are $15. And in case you're wondering for what the honor stoles look like, it's the white stole that you see here. Throughout your time at Southeast High School, you will be able to do opportunities, leadership opportunities, competitions, community service, donations. There are a lot of different ways that you can earn the stole, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about this next week. I plan on focusing on FCCLA next week. In addition, there is another club that goes with my class, and it's called FACS or FACS, and it's actually a local club. So it's for those students that may not want to travel, they may not want to do competitions. However, they do want to be involved in local leadership and community service opportunities. And the membership for FACS is $10 for the entire school year. If you decide that you would like to join FCCLA or FACS, just shoot me an email and we'll discuss, what types of steps that you need to take in order to do that. In addition, on my page, you will see a tab for ECE1, a tab for ECE2, and a tab for ECE3. So you will be able to click on those tabs. Now, right now, I don't have a whole lot listed as far as information goes, but I do have a syllabus, and I would like to go through that syllabus with you so you can actually click on it to make it larger. And I'm just going to make it bigger from the bottom here. If you notice, this is the syllabus for Early Childhood Education 1. However, all the syllabuses for all three classes are very similar, so I'm just going to take this one and go through it very quickly. For the most part, you will see classroom rules, cell phone attendance. Of course, being digital learners, you would not have to worry about that right now. However, you may just want to go ahead and read through it so that you know what to expect when you do come back in person. The jump starts, if you've had me before, the jump starts are going to be not posted. So you will not have to worry with that until we get back 100% in person. So you can actually not worry about that right now. As far as the notebooks go, you will be able to take notes in this class, even if you are virtual learners. I do plan on having a PowerPoint that I'm going to click through and give you information from. And I feel like it would be beneficial to you to take notes on that PowerPoint. And then, of course, when you get ready to do activities or you get ready to do a quiz on that particular chapter, of course, you can refer back to your notes. So that's going to be to your benefit if you do take notes in a notebook, because you're going to be able to use those for potential activities and open notebook test. The current events, again, we've had these in the past if you've had early childhood education before, but even if you haven't had it before, we will still do current events from time to time. Normally, we would do these on Friday. However, we are not meeting on Fridays. So basically, what we will do with current events is I will give you an article, something to do with what we're learning at that time. And you're going to take the article and you're going to virtually fill out a current event sheet. So basically, in that current event sheet, you will have the date, you will have your name, the title of the article, and then you're going to summarize the article in 5 sentences. So summary basically means you're putting it into your own words, followed by a 2-sentence personal reflection. And basically what that means is you're going to tell how you feel about that article. Normally I count these 50 to 75 points apiece, so that is going to be a large grade for you. So it's very important that you do it and that you submit it to me digitally. And people are going to do it different ways. I believe Google Docs may be one of the easiest ways to do that. If you'll scroll down for my digital at-home learners, it says lessons will be posted on Friday. You're actually going to get this particular video on Monday, but you can look forward to Friday, the 4th of September, having your video for the upcoming week. If you have a chance, if you can give me your phone number. Sometimes I think phone numbers are the easiest way to communicate with students because it is instant. I'll try not to call before 10 or 11 o'clock if I need to talk with you. Also, your assignment packets are going to be due a week after you get them. Again, I'm going to post everything on Fridays for you guys. So that means you have from the Friday that it's posted until the following Friday to turn in all of your work. It is going to be put up there as a packet. So you'll have usually one activity per packet. So you're not going to be overwhelmed. If you do have questions, you are going to be able to participate in a Zoom meeting on Fridays. And the way that I have arranged it is when we do Zoom meetings, you guys are going to have the morning time to look at your lessons and your assignments. And then we're going to have the Zoom meeting between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock on Fridays. It is strictly voluntary. It's not going to be mandatory, but it's going to be for those students that might want to clarify what they're going to be doing for the upcoming week. And if you have any questions about the lesson, you're welcome to log on and ask. Again, throughout the week, Monday through Thursday, if you have a question, you are welcome to email me at brandy.trammell@wcsga.net. Since we're talking about the Google Meet, I would like to go over some of the Google Meet guidelines. These are just a few things that I would like for you to do if you do participate in the Google Meet. It says the Google Meets will be every Friday from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. I'm actually going to get on a little bit earlier, so I will be on for the entire hour. Again, it's going to give you time to look at your upcoming assignments. It's not mandatory. It's just for those of you that have a question that you need to ask. When you are on Google Meet, and I know you guys have done Google Meet before, we want to be as respectful as we can to all the other students. It's a good idea if you turn your mic off. If you would like to ask a question, you're welcome to raise your hand, and I will call on you and answer your question as best I can. Um, when you're doing your Google Meet, you have an hour time frame that you can be in that Google Meet. So please try to be in there between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Just know that there will be other classes that are able to participate during that time. So please just be patient. Find you a good, comfy place to do your Google Meet. Find you a place that's really quiet so that you're not interrupted. And it might be a good idea to kind of jot down some of the questions that you might have, because I know a lot of students forget what they're going to ask when they're put on the spot. All right. As far as the supplies needed for the class, you will click on your syllabus to see what type of supplies for your particular class. This is the supply list for Early Childhood Education 1, and I highly, highly recommend that if you do not have these items and you would like to purchase them, go to the Dollar Tree. I found that the Dollar Tree has just about everything that you could possibly need, and it's really inexpensive as well. If you see that there may be something that you don't have that you need, you are welcome to email me, and we will try to come up with a way to either substitute some of the items, or a way for you to let me know, and I might can put together some supplies to send home to you. Or you may be able to come and pick those up. But as far as early childhood education, you do want to have notebook paper to write your notes on. It really doesn't matter what kind of notebook that you keep, as long as you stay organized with that. You do need to have pencil, something to write with. From time to time, we will be drawing and coloring diagrams. So you will need colored pencils or crayons to be able to do that with. It's a good idea to have a blue or black ink pen, a sharp pair of scissors, and then, of course, once you come back, you will probably need to get either a set of earbuds, which I know most of you guys have, or some headphones, because we will be using the Chromebooks in class. I do plan on doing some projects with you guys. Most of these projects cannot be done during this pandemic, but once the pandemic's over, which I hope is very, very soon, we're going to be able to do things like felt storybooks, and different kinds of water bottle activities to stimulate a child's eyes and the brain. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to do that really soon. I'm going to click down or scroll down. As far as trips go, as of right now, we are not going to have the opportunity to take trips. But if that is lifted because things get better, of course, we will be able to do some trips. And in order to be able to participate in those trips, of course, you would have to maintain, a high average in the class, at least an 80 average. And then most of our competition trips are FCCLA, so you would need to be involved in FCCLA. Grading, you're going to be able to see your grade on Infinite Campus as always, but all of your assignments are going to be taken on Google Classroom, and you're going to have a variety of assignments there. You're going to have some just regular assignments that would be, you could have a little small project that you might do, or you may have classwork that you might do. It might look like a worksheet that you're going to answer. You may have tests and quizzes that you may do. And then, of course, you're going to have an FCCLA FACS grade. And typically that's going to be anything having to do with careers. That's what we're going to focus on right now. I'm going to continue to click down. And of course, as I said before, once you get to in-person, you're going to be thinking about the fire drills. As of right now, we don't have a line in place. Usually it's going to be around the 40-yard line, but as soon as I know, I will definitely have that typed in there. And then, of course, tornado drills is again once we're in person. At the very end is going to be a list of the standards for your particular class. This is Early Childhood Education 1 standards. And we're going to do our best to cover as many of these standards as we can. We are going to start at number 6, so we're not going to start from number 1. We're actually going to start about halfway through, and we're going to talk about prenatal development, development of the infant, and then we're going to go on to toddler and preschooler. So we're going to get as many of these as we can covered. And again, I'm going to click out of there. And for those of you in ECE2, you definitely want to go and click on ECE2 so that you can see your standards. And then ECE3, you want to click on that so that you can see your standards as well. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about FCCLA. If you want to get a jump start on that, there are 2 websites that you can go to. The first one is www.ga, as in Georgia, fccla.com, and this is going to show you a little bit about Georgia FCCLA. We're going to have an activity we're going to do with that particular website next week. And then the second website is www.fcclainc.org. And on that website, you're going to be able to see what FCCLA is like on the national level. And again, we're going to have an activity on that next week. What I want for you to do now, if you will look at your Google Classroom. All of you guys should be signed up for the Google Classroom. This is where you're going to find all the work for your classes. This is where you're going to find your PowerPoints, and I am going to do PowerPoints like I'm doing today. I'm going to show you the screens and I'm going to talk through it. When you get ready to log in, the stream is not going to have a whole lot in it, so you can kind of disregard stream for right now, but the main place that you're going to be logging into is Classroom. It's the second heading up at the top. And the way that I'm going to arrange this is it's going to be arranged weekly. So this particular recording is going to be under week 1, which is August the 31st through September the 4th. And then Friday of this week, you're going to see next week's assignments posted. Again, you will have 1 week to be able to get on and do the work for those assignments. I think that is pretty much going to cover everything that you need to know so far. But if there was anything that I was unclear on or anything that I need to go into further detail, please feel free to email me so that I can answer your questions for next week. All right, guys, we're looking forward to it. Good luck. Bye-bye.